G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, in this video what we're doing is basically just a bit of good old fun. So I've created what I'm calling a geo stash. Very similar to, exactly the same as geo caching, except it's not on their network. This is my own little thing. I'm doing this for the Biker Bits crew members, a way of saying thanks guys for bloody continuing to support the channel. So obviously, to be able to get the GPS location of this geo stash that I've created, you have to be a crew member. Whether it's, you're paying $1 a month, you'll get the access to be able to get the GPS location of the geocache and hopefully find it. Shouldn't be bloody too hard. When you find it in there, I'll give you a quick squiz in there. Not too much, I don't want to show you what too much is in there. In there basically is a sticker. Each of these geocaches have a theme to it basically by a sticker. So in one geocache there's going to be one set of stickers, in another one there's going to be a different set, and so forth. The whole idea of doing this, apart from obviously for the crew guys, me saying thank you, is that I think it's a great way to plan a geostash somewhere. Someone goes, oh yeah, I want to find it, so it's giving you the get up and go to bloody jump on that bike and go and travel somewhere to get to something. And then when you get there, I'm planting these things in areas where there are lots of tracks and interesting things that you can play around in on there. So let's have a look at the bloody things. Rightio guys, you ready to... Here we go. The first one that we're going to be doing is this one. Keep on riding. Geo stash number 1. And I'll just quickly show you. Booyah, there's information in there. There's a book to do, and then of course the stickers. That's it. Rightio guys, so we're out to go and put this bloody geocache somewhere. So where we're coming into now, this is what I call the shack lands. And the reason for that is because this is where that shack that I built is out here. So obviously we have this road. There is just literally tracks everywhere through here. This road, this main road here, continues for about, I don't know, 500 metres, then it just peters out. You have stuff like this bloody single track stuff. Go Charlie, hoppa! So yeah, you got stuff like this, and it just goes everywhere, and it just leads to another track, and off to different tracks. So a really good area to be in. You can't really get lost in here, because basically all you got to do is just pick a direction, and I would say this area would be something like 8 kilometres by 8 kilometres, a big square area, just full of stuff like this. Rightio guys, so we are now back on that road that I said peters out, and this is basically what it peters out to. So very lumpy, bumpy, rocky, potholes. You can drive a 2-wheel vehicle through here, just take it gentle and you're sweet. Now this basically goes right through, kind of like the centre, off to one side a little bit, comes out and takes you out onto another major road, a highway. The other side of this track is I've shown it plenty of times in the videos. It's a really good flowing bloody track, just fantastic. This side's a little bit, you can't build up too much speed because there's too many bumps and bloody shit. Now as we're going along here, I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but literally tracks all over the joint. Now the other cool thing out here is, I reckon there's 2 major dams that I know of. This is one of them that we're now just coming up to. Hoppa! Now this is a state forest, so you can camp out here if you want. There's the dam. You can ride the bank. Obviously you can go up and down the bloody banks. You'll see there are, and hey, why not, let's bloody do it. Hey! Hey, crazy. Yeah, you can do that. Or, oh Jesus, don't go in the bloody Grand Canyon. Am I going to do, and of course you can go up these up here. I crashed Tango on that with Alistair in the postie bike thing that we did, so I'm not going to worry about doing that today. I've got better things to be bloody doing. Basically I buggered up and I didn't have him in a low enough gear to keep him crawling up. It's the only problem with the postie bikes, with the ones that don't have the low range, is that they can run out of steam if you go up to something too steep. So yeah, you've got this bloody dam here. There's another big one. I'm sure there's some other little small ones as well. So, but all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the shack now, turn up the shack. I'll bring you back out when I get to the shack, because obviously it's a secret location. For the crew guys, this video will also be posted on the Patreon, and in that post will be the GPS coordinates, obviously for the Geo Stash and also for the shack. Cool. We've already spoke about what the deal is with the thing. All right, I'm shutting up. See you at the bloody shack. Sorry guys. This is the thing when you go. I always like trying to take different bloody tracks, and I never know where I'm going to bloody end up. And I ended up at this second dam, the second big one. Oh Jesus! All right, see you at the shack. Oh, rightio guys. Jesus, that was a bit. Holy crap! That's Jesus. Fucking hell! Did you see that? Oh, that absolutely scared the shit out of me, and I nearly lost my front wheel. He obviously was staying in my shack. Wow, that was unexpected. Alright, so we have made it to the shack. Looks like everything's still in order. Obviously had a kangaroo / wallaby, whatever the hell it was, I don't know. Oh, alright, hang on. So I've got the Geo Stash. Clearly the shack is still bloody standing. Fantastic. Alright, so I'll bring you over there and I'll have a quick chat with you. Rightio guys, so this idea was, well, I'll tell you, this idea was actually done by, mentioned by a crew member, Steve, and he said, why don't you make the hut like an unofficial clubhouse, blah blah blah, for the crew members. Give out the GPS location of this, and then any of the crew members can come here if they want to bloody do some fix-ups or add anything, they can do that. And I thought that was a bloody fantastic idea, and that's what gave me the idea to do the Geo Stash. And I thought, well shit, if they're coming out here, why not put somewhere out here a Geo Stash? So obviously it's not going to be around just in this, it might be 500 meters away that the Geo Stash will be. This actually can be found on Google Satellite. It's very hard to find because you've got to get down right down low, and you've got to be knowing exactly where you are to actually find. Now some people have actually found it before. To my amazement, just through all the videos that I've done out in this area, they've obviously kind of nutted it out a little bit. So clearly there's a sticker up over there, and I've had people send photos and stuff like that. So so yeah, add the geocache while they're here. That's another little bonus. And then I'll be doing one over near the Crusty Demon Pit, and then one out at Boulder Mountain. So if they're coming up, maybe they can come up for the weekend, and then you can do this one here, then they can do the one over at Crusty Demon Pit, which takes you out to the Wellsford Forest, and obviously get to see the Crusty Demon Pit, and then Boulder Mountain, which is Melville Caves, over near Inglewood, yep, Kingower. Do one out over there, and that's a really good spot. That's where the Ramble does the camp overnight. I'm now bloody rambling, speaking of the Ramble. So, and as I said to the crew guys, as long as if people want to come here and do bits and pieces, all I ask is keep it rustic, keep it natural. You know, don't bring fridges and stoves and dump all this stuff here. You know, even the fact of, I'm not a huge fan of the sticker because it just doesn't melt. So I don't know, maybe we might put a board and stick it up here where people can put stickers up the top so that it's not really standing out. So anyway, that's the deal. So now I've got to go bloody walking around, make sure I've got my water in my pocket. I've got to grab the geocache, make sure I've got my phone so I can work out the GPS spot for that. Remember, crew guys, the GPS will be for this location here, and obviously the stash will be in the post on Patreon, not in anything obviously to do with this. Now, some people might say, well, Mark's just trying to get bloody money out of people. Well, I suppose, yeah, why not? If it helps keep the bloody channel and the videos popping out, that's part of it. A big part of it for me was for the crew members. I mean, they're sticking with me all, you know, people right from day one have stuck with me. You know, when I had that little, no, it's not a meltdown, but I call it the meltdown. I said, I'm over it, and bloody, I've got to have a rest and whatever. You know, bulk majority of everybody said, Mark, no worries, bloody go for it. Actually, everybody said that. And they all stuck on bloody on Patreon saying, yep, no worries, we'll be here when you come back. So this is just something that I can give back to those guys. If it gets a few more people on there, just to nudge them to go, yep, $1 a month, you know, you can't bloody buy half a cup of coffee for that. Obviously I understand, so doing this gives me a video too to change the bloody angle, eh? That's a better bloody angle. This gives me another video to pop up on the channel for you guys to watch free of charge, like it's always been. Gives me a bit of fun to do, and yeah, I love doing fun stuff like this. It's pretty cool. And the other thing is that, you know, we see so much, and because I've touched on it a few times, you know, men's health and, you know, the bloody panic attacks that I have and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to have a talk with Alistair. Alistair, on the last thing, he said he did a whole video in regards to, he's just blabbing away, but he said he think he went too far. So I might get bloody Alistair, we'll go out and we might have a bit of a chat, and he'll explain his bloody stuff and I'll explain my stuff and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, by doing this, it gives people a reason to jump on the bike. You know, sometimes you go, well, what am I going to do? I'll jump on the bike, but where am I going to go? What am I going to do, you know? This, I think, gives a purpose. And that's whenever I do the riding, we always have, there's a purpose. I don't just jump on the bike and just go for a putter around. I've always got a purpose for doing it. For me, a majority of the time, it's for doing videos, so it works really well for me. But having a geocache, knowing that they can find this thing, you know, fill out the bloody the book, you know, I made it, I found it, grab a bloody sticker, and then off to another one, or they can, whatever. All right, I'm rambling. I've got to go do this. I'm not going to show you where it is. I might show you where no, I can't show you anything, because some of you bastards out there are very, very clever, and with technology like bloody Google, satellite, and black magic bloody shit, you might find it when you shouldn't be finding it. But if you found it, you found it. What can I do? All right, be back to you. Well, there you go, guys. The job is done. The stash is stashed. So things to watch out for, obviously, around here are snakes, especially in summer, brown snakes. Orb spiders in orb spider season. There's a few spider webs, but not bloody too many. Just carry a stick and just as you walk and wave it up and down if you're struggling to see the cobwebs. All it does is make you ninja when you hit a bloody, well, that's what I do. So obviously I've walked from that direction. Is it in that direction? Is it in that direction? Or was it that direction? Or that direction? Who knows? Cool. All right, so that's it. So I've warned you about snakes. spiders, snakes would be the only thing. Obviously, if you watch where you're bloody putting hands, have a bit of a look, get a stick, whack it around, see what comes out at you. What else is there? I think that's about it. I think that's I can't think of anything more to say. If I can, I'll come back to you. Actually, there is something I should say, and that's to the crew guys. Obviously, in that post on Patreon, I'll put my phone number on there if you haven't already got it. So when you're coming out here, make sure you got my phone number on you, so that if you are struggling to find it, I can give you some head up points to get you into the right direction, or to tell you where to kind of look. It's not overly hidden, but you know, nobody's really going to just walk upon it, let alone people bloody out here. You know, there's no bushwalkers in this area. They pretty much stick to the tracks. All right, so hopefully some of you guys will have some bloody fun out of trying to find that, and I'll get that crusty demon pit one up next. And for everybody else, I hope you enjoyed the video. Cool. Remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on. Oh, bit of bonus bloody footage for you guys. I was just on my way home, and I just saw the race is actually running. So, because it's supposed to be 39, when I left home it was 35 degrees. Thought I might go and cool myself down. Hopefully this isn't too slippery. Oh. Hey, that is bloody shit hot. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. Oh. Hey, that is refreshing. You gotta be a bloody kid every now and then. Righto, back home now.